Oh, they're keeping the secrets until the final battle. Ugh.
Very well.
Of course they are. Why are you on Nar Shaddaa?
I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered.
Ooh, awareness. That is not the only reason. You came here to hide.
No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa, and I knew it. This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing.
And you were afraid.
To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. To be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth. But there is more than that. On Nar Shaddaa, one cannot escape what was left from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulic, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun, as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulic Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force, a wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream. You can hear it echo on Nar Shaddaa. Sometimes when the moon is on orbit, it is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. And I think that maybe, perhaps, to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important in the Council Chamber long ago, Exile, and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did. Everything you did.
Nice. Vindication at last. Boing. What's your wife's favorite Jedi class? I think if I had to guess from what she's told me and talked about, her favorite class is the Guardian. Mainly because they have the most hit points and don't get knocked down as much. She may hear this and come in and tell me, but that's my guess.
Very well.
Okay, well, do we have any other juicy questions? We're finding out so much. Do you know anything of Force bonds and how to end them?
Yes, such bonds are a connection that can be formed at moments of crisis, or in the slow understanding that grows between master and apprentice. It is most common between two beings who are sensitive to the Force. It allows the transmission of feelings, of influence. It was something you were gifted with, as I recall, before your fall. You formed such attachments easier than most, even to those who could feel the Force only faintly. Even Vrook could not ignore it, which is saying something.
Nice. Is there any way to remove such a bond?
I do not know. A bond between two living beings is not something easily broken. It is not a choice. It is like breaking a feeling, like turning away from the Force. To break a bond, your feelings would have to change, or one of you would have to die. But even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty, a wound.
Interesting. I think that's it. Didn't have any more questions. That is all I wish to know. What happens now?
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them.
Interesting. So maybe that's why a lot of the other masters are so bitter, is because they had Padawans and students turn on them. So you blamed them?
No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
Do battle now? What do you mean? Trucker Jedi is a cool dude, imperfect but humble. Yes, he's also, to be honest, the wisest Jedi Master we've dealt with yet, because he's actually willing to look at the mistakes he's made and grow and learn from them. But I don't want to take that out the sky. I don't understand his last comment. But Revan redeemed himself. Certainly that must give you some hope.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed.
Is there anything you can teach me?
But we have spoken enough, I think. In words I think dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This form you may have already seen much of during the Mandalorian Wars, but it is fitting to speak using elements of the past, I think. Ataru is the name given to the movements of this form. Though it is aggressive, it is focused, and its best use is in combat against a single opponent. This form is somewhat less useful in deflecting blaster shots. Use it when dealing with opponents in close combat, not against a battalion firing heavy blasters at you. Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed.
A single opponent dueling stance. That'll be handy.
Nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And Thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Nice. Okay, so we found out so much good stuff there. You encountered Zez-Kai-El on Nar Shaddaa and spoke with him. He agreed to meet you at the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine when you had united all the Jedi Masters. Nice. Okay. I think that might be the end of Nar Shaddaa.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications.
Oops!
Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Uh-oh! Trucker Jedi, yes. Oh, what's my wife's favorite Jedi class? Yeah. I said it was Guardian.
Yes, Guardian weapon.
Guardian Weapon Master? Okay, so I was correct. I said it was because you like the higher hit points.
And the bigger damage. Yes.
But the force points!
Who cares about the force when you can see your foe's face off?
But you can zap them to death with unlimited force points.
But I could still use Force Storm.
2 times?
Uh-oh, are we having a battle of the Jedi?
Yes, we're having a battle of the Jedi classes. Okay, I am going to quick save right here, because I don't want to repeat all that conversation. Let's see, what?
Just when you thought you were...
Just when I thought I was done, something like that. Yep. Okay, I want to go to... What is it? Yes, which one of these is good against blaster bolt deflection? Yep, Trucker Jedi.
I always called him Western Marshal.
Western Marshal Jedi.
Something about him makes it Old West.
Resilience. Blaster bolt deflection plus 4. Yep. That's what I want. So I want resilience. Because I'm planning on just force storming these guys to death.
Systems failing, Master.
Oh, that was shockingly easy. I shouldn't say that too loudly, though. Okay. Another group of HK down. You have met 2 teams of HK50s. One more, and HK47 will be able to give you the location of their factory. Oh, that'll be fun when we get there. I just heard a woohoo from the other room. Because I believe I spoke with her about this whole thing where it was in the non-restored content based version of the game. It mentions the factory, but you never go to it. There wasn't even this quest line, I believe is what she said. So the fact that we can go there, it's going to be a new experience even for her. So that'll be fun. More HK50s. All right, resilience turned on.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation.
Annoying
Let us
recitation.
proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
How many of these HK units have I had to eliminate? An entire factory planet's worth, that's for certain. Oh, journal. Oh. I might have done it. Journal entry added.
Systems failing, master.
Oh, Force Storm is wonderful. Okay, any... Oh, wait. Yes, here we go. Finding the HK factory. You have met 3 teams of HK-50s. Once back on the Ebon Hawk, HK-47 should have enough information to be able to find the location of their factory. Okay. Wow, we got it done. You've never seen the factory?
Video.
Command. You will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Agonized exclamation. My photoreceptors! My photoreceptors! Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Now, answer the question. Posturing statement. I will never talk. Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams.
That is one sick
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you.
Wow.
The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
Ah, HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query. What is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query. Have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
Oh. Oh, that's Bowder's companion droid. Remote.
Why are you here?
Because I told him everything.
Ah, and now you are free?
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you, and let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it. And I know what lies buried within you, that you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me,
Wow.
murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
Yeah, Karaeous. Calm down, girl. Yeah, with Nar Shaddaa, so much happened, and I wasn't able to come back to the ship, so I'm not surprised. There's a whole bunch of stuff that just popped in. And I just had a thought. Where is the fat one? There's T3. Oh, there he is. Okay, this is my puzzle brain thinking stuff out, but the droid's name is Goto, so Goto. What if Goto is not a person at all, but what if Goto is actually that droid? Why do you always do this to me? You walk in here with a fiendish grin on your face at some weird story point.
I have been watching, but I actually didn't know what you just said. No, it's just somebody or you kept saying the fat one to Goto.
Yeah, it was HK was called Goto the fat one.
Every time you do that, I think of the fat one, you know, from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's right. Wow. Oh, welcome, my wife, everybody. So what if he actually is Goto and he just has a projection that he uses as his disguise per se? That would be fascinating. No spoilers, don't tell me. Expert droid, huh? Shockingly, we still have one companion unfound. And Goto is solid gray. So neither good nor bad. Of course, we know HK and his alignments. Surprisingly, Mira is good side. T3, and then I'm also Vsauce. I'm surprised she's good after seeing her with Kabuki mask. Karaeous is the slightest bit of blue. At least we're a mostly good side group. I appreciate that. Okay, we have a lot. So, if I check the galaxy map, I believe Telos Citadel Station. Okay, HK said that the factory was on Tilo. Interesting. Anyway, to say I have a lot to talk to my companions about and a lot to do with both the lab station and the workbench is a understatement and a half. Yeah. Whoops. Did I rob Voga yet? I don't think I robbed Voga yet. I did have to go through Voga to get to the ending sequence in Nar Shaddaa. You should probably rob him. Oh no. It also might be handy to do a last moment pass on all the vendors in Nar Shaddaa to see if I have anything to buy. But that said, it is late. I need to go. One thing this game is doing well is hyping up this bad guy. Because we know very little about him. We kind of know what he does. He literally drains the life force of entire worlds. We know he's some kind of force-connected being, just not entirely what. So where the story could be better, this is one of the good points in it.